How are companies complying with the FTC's recent requirement, second request, to produce an information systems diagram of every system a company uses? I'm not sure what the rest of the question is, but we get the gist of it. Kelly?
There are not a lot of fantastic data map tools out there that you can leverage. And so I think people's responses to this, it's very much going to be organization specific. There's not a diagram from the FTC that it requires you fill out. So it really is company specific as to how you're dealing with this. But the best way to start is by getting a handle on what are the systems that your company uses. And you can even just use a spreadsheet to be able to lay this out. But you've got to sit down with IT and understand the enterprise-wide systems. And then you've got to sit down with the individual business units. My suggestion to be really effective at this is to focus on the places where you're on the radar of that regulatory agency. So for purposes of, do I need to get into every single small application? It really depends on what it is that the regulatory agency wants from you. High level stuff like Microsoft Teams using Slack, Microsoft Exchange Online email, what email system are you using? What's your ability to preserve information? How are you handling mobile devices? How are you handling text messages? But you've got so many business specific applications. The adoption of the cloud has meant that, unfortunately, a lot of things have moved out of, I don't know if this is the right way to say it. I wouldn't say they've moved out of IT's purview, but I will say that business units fire up a new cloud-based application without talking to IT. It depends on your system, right? And there's some people who are shaking their heads going, no way, we lock every single thing down and no one could ever sign up for anything. But we all know there are ways around that. And the IT people will admit that if you ask them to. It really is about sitting down in your organization and determining what it is that you need to know to be able to tell these regulatory agencies, and then doing that on a case-by-case basis for your organization and an application-by-application basis, unfortunately.